and phrases of the English language. With you every Sunday from 2 p.m. with lots of fun and all the words and phrases of the English language. Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat and together learn the words and phrases of the English language. Join together and have fun. Listen and learn, it really can be done. Your learning journey has just begun. Listen and learn, it really can be done. Your learning journey has just begun.
Thank you, Taylor Swift, for that lovely introduction. Here we go then. It's very nice to be back with you once again on this lovely spring day. Spring is definitely in the air. As you can see, all the daffodils are now coming out, and it really does feel as if spring is just around the corner. Here we go then. Yes, it is English Addict coming to you live from the birthplace of the English language. Of course, we all know where it is. Come on, Mr. Duncan, get on with it.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are here together live can be. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Do you have one of these on your face right now? I hope you do, because we are all happy to be here together on English Addict. My name is Duncan. I talk about the English language. I like the English language very much. That is the reason why I have been here on YouTube doing this for nearly 20 years. I'm not joking. 20 years. This year, it will be my 20th year on YouTube. I can't believe it. So that is the introduction. Now you know who this strange creature is. But who are you? Where are you watching? Please get involved on the live chat and we can have some fun together learning all those words and phrases of the English language. We have a lot coming up today. I have some rather disturbing news. Disturbing news. If we describe something as disturbing, normally it means a thing that is upsetting, something that might annoy you or make you feel emotional in some way. I have some disturbing information coming up today. Well, at least it's disturbed me. And I will explain why a little bit later on. Hello to the live chat. It's lovely to have you here today. We are also going to play the new game we started last week. What is the mystery object? And we are also playing the other game, which is equally as popular. Guess the picture idiom. All of that coming up later on. Today's big subject is one I will talk about in a few moments because there is a reason why I'm going to talk about it. And it has something to do with my disturbing news. News that made me feel upset and horrified, to say the least. I suppose I should start by saying that today is a special day around the world because it is... Come on, Mr. Duncan, what is it? Tell us. Don't keep us waiting. It is International Women's Day, a day of celebration of all things female and a chance to acknowledge the contribution made by women over the years. So today is that special day where everyone thinks of all the work that the women do. And I think sometimes it is easy to forget. I remember growing up. In my family, my mother was always doing something. She was always having to do something to take care of us. One of the hardest jobs in the world, can I just say now? Of all the jobs, of all the things a person can do in the world, I think, and I mean this, being a parent must be the hardest thing to do in the world. I think so anyway. Being a mother, taking care of your children. And I suppose the connection that exists between a mother and her child is a strong one. But I also think quite often we forget just how hard it is to be a mother. So hello to all the mothers. If you are fortunate enough, if you are lucky enough to have your mother still around, then can I say a big hello to you and your mother. Of course, many of us, including me, my mother unfortunately is no longer here, but I still think about her. And of course, we do have Mother's Day coming up very soon here in the UK. So hello to all the women. If you are a woman who works hard, doing something, and of course, many women now work. They go to work, they have to earn their bread and butter just like everyone else. You see, my mother also used to go to work. So because my family were not exactly all that well off, to be honest. So my father used to work and my mother also used to work as well, despite the fact that she was disabled. So my mother actually had a severe disability, but she was still able to carry on working. She used to do a lot for us, take care of us, make sure we had clean clothes and plenty of food in our little tummies, and also she went to work as well. Very, very difficult to do all of those things. So it might sound a little bit patronising, but it isn't. I think being a parent, a father or a mother, difficult, but especially the mother, because I think quite often a lot of the responsibility does fall on the lady, the female of the family. It is lovely to see you all here today. I hope you are in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. Not too bad, even though I had some disturbing news that made me shocked, news that I was not very happy about. As you know, I have been expanding my work not only here on YouTube but also on other platforms as well. that might give you a clue to what I was upset about. Hello to the live chat. It is lovely to see so many people here on the live chat. Of course, if you want to say hello, you are more than welcome. We have lots of people who always join, and we have people who are new as well. Hello, Beatrice. Congratulations, you are first on today's live chat. Congratulations, Beatrice, you are first here today. Valentin is in second place. We also have Barry, 1978. Hello to you as well. It is nice to see that you are joining us almost every week. Thank you very much. It's nice to see you. We also have Christina. Where in the world? Where in the world are you today, Christina? We also have, he is here. Yes, it wouldn't be English Addict without the one, the only, Luis Mendez is here today. Hello, Luis. I hope you are okay, and your good lady as well. I hope you are both feeling good. And it was nice to see the photographs that you took and sent of your journey that you took on your electric bike. And I have to say, every time I see photographs of Luis Mendez and his electric bike, I always feel as if I want to buy one. I feel as if I would like to also have an electric bike. So I would say that it is a good way of getting around, and of course you can still have some exercise. So even though the bike is electric, you can still use your legs to control and operate the bicycle. So you are still getting some exercise, which I think is a pretty neat thing. Paco is here as well. Hello, Paco. Nice to see you back. Thank you for your lovely compliments on my hat. I thought today I would wear a nice colour to help celebrate International Women's Day. So that is the reason why I'm wearing this lovely colour on my head today. Who else is here? We also have Florence. Hello, Florence. Already, I've noticed there are lots of women on the live chat. We have Claudia. Claudia is here. Oh, I'm sure you know what I'm about to do. Claudia, I have a question for you. And that question is...
What's cooking, Claudia? What have you got in your pot? What's cooking, Claudia? Is it something spicy and hot? Is it something salty or not? Oh, Claudia, what is in your pot?
What is in your pot today, Claudia? Please let me know. In fact, I think Claudia has already told us. Let's have a look, shall we? Claudia today is preparing dessert with cream and peaches. I can't remember the last time I had a peach. It must be many, many years since I had one. Peaches. They're actually quite nice. I like the outside of a peach. It's all soft and furry. I do like the feeling of a peach, but I can't remember the last time I had one. It must be many, many years. In fact, I never see them in the shops. So perhaps we don't have peaches here anymore in the UK. So I hope you enjoy your peaches and cream. There was a pop group who were around in the 1970s and the early 1980s. I think they were called Peaches and Cream. Oh, we are talking about women. Lewis wants to talk about an extraordinary woman, Marie Curie. She was Polish by birth, but as it is unusual, an important person might change their nationality. It does happen sometimes. People will move from one country to another for various reasons, and maybe they will change their nationality. So, Marie Curie was Polish by birth, but became French. Yes, I suppose remembering where you were born originally is an important thing, but it is not unusual nowadays for people to move to another country and also change their nationality. I have not. I am British. I was born here in Britain. I am British. Very British, in fact. Some might say too British. Mr. Duncan, you are a little bit too British. I don't know what that means, by the way. I have no idea what that means. Hello to Mimi. Hello, Mimi. It is nice to see you here. Vitali is here as well. Goodness me, we have a lot of people suddenly joining the live stream. Saturino, Olga. We have lots of ladies on the live chat today because we are here today celebrating the female of the species. Of course, we are talking women. So here is my terrible, terrible news. Something I found out last week. Apparently, on TikTok, there is someone who has uploaded many of my lessons onto TikTok, and they are claiming them as their own work. They are pretending to be me, basically. And they have lots of followers, lots of people viewing the videos that they have stolen from me. So as you can probably imagine, I'm not very pleased about that particular situation at all. I was devastated, slightly angry. So I wrote to Twitter. I have told them that this person must have their content removed because it belongs to me. It is my work. It is my intellectual property. Unfortunately, at the moment, I haven't heard anything back from TikTok. So I have a feeling maybe I'm not going to hear anything back from them. However, I do have my own TikTok account. So I am now actually on TikTok. So this is the real TikTok that I have. I will put it on the screen very quickly for you. There it is. So you can find me on TikTok, Real English Addict. So there is a person on TikTok pretending to be me, and they are putting my videos on their channel. They are even pretending to be me using my name. I am also on Instagram as well, and you can find me verified on Facebook also. I am also on Facebook as well. But I still can't believe that someone has stolen my videos. So the TikTok that is my TikTok is the one you can see now on the screen. So that is really me. And the other person, well, I have some words I want to use, but unfortunately I cannot, because I'm not allowed to, unfortunately, because I'll get told off by a lot of people. So yes, it is rather unusual to find somebody else pretending to be you. However, it has happened a lot on Facebook over the years. Many people on Facebook have pretended to be me. Fortunately, on Facebook, my page has the little blue tick, which means that Facebook has recognised that I am the real Mr. Duncan. So I am. It's very annoying. Which leads me to today's big subject. We are talking about originality, being original, something you create yourself, that you own. That is something we are talking about today. The weather is getting very nice, apparently, in France. I would love to say the same thing here, but it's all dull and we've had a lot of rain over the past 24 hours. However, things are looking lovely outside because we actually have daffodils coming out right now. There they are. So those are the daffodils in my garden right now, coming out to say hello, even though the day is rather dull and dismal, unfortunately. English Addict is with you today. We have a lot of people joining in. Hello to Sunt Finta, who says hello. Hello to you as well. And I believe also you quite often leave comments as well on my YouTube videos. That is bad news, Mr. Duncan. Unfortunately, many bad things happen. Many bad things happen on social media. You can say that again. Social media used to be a lovely place where people would come and share their photographs of their pets, and maybe sometimes they would tell jokes to each other. Unfortunately, those days have long since gone. We are playing the game. Yes, don't worry. We are playing the game. That's coming up a little bit later on. We'll have a quick break and then I will come back because we are going to take a look at some mystery objects, some strange objects that I'm sure you've seen in the past, but perhaps you don't know what they are. So that is what we are doing today. We are going to have a look at some objects and you have to guess what they are. English Addict is with you today. I hope you will stay with me until the very end. We are together today. English Addict is keeping you company.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are having fun today. English Addict is with you, and I hope you are enjoying yourself. Would you like to get involved with this live stream? Well, you will have a chance in a few moments to do exactly that. Yes, because we are going to take a look at some objects, maybe things that you have seen before, but perhaps you don't know what they are. And that's what I'm going to do right now. We have our new game that I've decided to call What is the Object? What is it? Come on, please tell me. What is the mystery object? Please let me know. And then I will tell you what it is and also tell you what it does. So are you ready? I wonder if you are ready. Are you ready to play the game? Spot the mystery object. If you think you know what it is, give me the name of the object, but also tell me what it does. What is the function of today's mystery object? So not only the name, please tell me also what it does. Here it is, today's first mystery object. But what is it? Oh, there it is. That was very quick. So there is today's mystery object. It is long. It looks like something you hold in your hand. It looks like a type of tool, maybe? Something we use. Perhaps it is something we use in certain situations, a moment of emergency. So this thing can help you if you have an emergency. Something goes wrong with a certain part of a thing you are using. But what is it? What is this thing? Something you use if you have a certain contraption, a certain thing, and part of that thing goes wrong. It has a problem. You'll use one of these. In fact, this particular thing can also look different. There are different types of this particular thing. Florence says maybe it is something to do with makeup. Well, I suppose you could use it. You could use it, maybe, to spray makeup on your face if you are in a hurry. Is it a remover for clothes? Interesting. It has a very practical use. Something practical is a thing that you use for a certain task. So this is something And that small red thing next to it is the thing that goes with it. So you have to use that small red thing with that. And together they help you do what you are trying to achieve. This is something you often use when you have a problem. Maybe you are out for the day, enjoying a lovely, peaceful moment. Maybe you are doing a certain thing, and then suddenly, If you know what it is it something for measuring tyre pressure? You are near, very close, very near to the answer. But this might be something you use to give you pressure in your tyre. So this could be something you use to If you are a person who rides a bicycle, then no doubt you will know what this is and what it is used for. In English, we refer to this as a bicycle pump. Bicycle pump. It's an interesting word, pump. So the word pump can be used as a verb and also a noun. So the object is a pump, but it also does that thing as well. You pump the tyre. You pump up the tyre. You pump it up. You put air into the tyre using a bicycle pump. So this is something that is very useful, especially if you are riding along on your bicycle and suddenly you realise that there isn't much air in your wheel, in the tyre. So you will use this to pump up the tyre, just like that young man is there with his bicycle. Of course, nowadays a lot of bikes have solid tyres. They don't actually have any air in them. So some of them are rather clever. This is a tool used for inflating a tyre on a bicycle. You can, of course, use this for other things as well. You can use this also for inflating a ball. So maybe if you have a ball and it needs to be inflated, then you will use a pump. And of course, these things come in other designs as well. There is one that you push down with your hand, but basically it does the same thing. There is also one that you can use with your foot. You can use your foot to pump. It is a lot less effort to do it like that. So this particular thing is a bicycle pump, quite often used for pumping up tyres when they have deflated or gone down. So a common thing, if you ride a bike, there is a good chance that you will have one of these nearby. Here is another one. Here is another very practical item. An item that is also useful for working on or repairing a certain type of vehicle. Here is the next one. But what is it? Bing! What is it? What do we call this? We give this a certain name. You might see them in certain places where repairs are carried out. But what is it? What do we call it? It is an interesting device, and quite often it is used to help a person do something. It is a very powerful device, something that is used to lift something up so you can work on it. To suspend the car and change the wheel, says Christina. Good answer. But is it right? Claudio. Thank you, Claudio, for your guess. The Bisico is here as well. Thank you for your guess. Very interesting. Inaki. Mr. Duncan, is it car elevator? That is an interesting answer. But this particular thing has a certain name that we call it in English. Thank you, Beatrice, for your guess as well. We have a lot of guesses coming through. Thank you very much. But what is it? What is this particular thing, and why do we have one? What does it do? What is its purpose? Sometimes people ask me that question. Mr. Duncan, what is your purpose? So here it is. Here's the answer. You will often find one of these in a garage. Maybe if your car is having a problem, you will take it to the garage, and perhaps the mechanic, the person working on the car, the person who will look at your car, the mechanic will use one of these. It is often referred to as a trolley jack. Trolley jack. We can also use the word car jack as well. So you can call this a trolley jack. When we say something is trolley, something that is a trolley means it can be moved around easily. As you can see, this particular thing has wheels. So it means it can be moved around easily. Something that is on wheels is often referred to as a trolley. So this thing is referred to as a trolley jack. And its use, well, this tool is used to lift a heavy object, such as a car. And I will demonstrate that for you right now. And there it is. So there is a trolley jack being used. It is used to lift a heavy object. Quite often you will use it for lifting a car, something heavy that you have to lift up, especially if you want to get underneath the car. Maybe you want to get under the car and have a close look to find out what is wrong with the car. So this tool is used to lift a heavy object. For example, a car. And you can have a look underneath the car. So that is what that particular thing is used for. They come in all sorts of sizes. You can have a very small jack that you wind with your hand. Or of course you have one of these, much larger. So this is a much larger type of jack. And it is used quite often in garages. A mechanic will use one of these to lift the car up. I think we have time for one more. Yes, I think so. We have time for another one. So today we have looked at a bicycle pump, a trolley jack. The next one, the next item we will look at is on the screen right. Bing! Now, there it is. So there is the next mystery object. But what is it? What is the object? What could it be? Something we often use when we want to keep something safe. We want to keep something stored away safely, to keep those horrible thieves from stealing your things. So maybe these are easy for some people, but for other people they might not be easy. So some of you might know what this is, but other people might not. And that is the reason why I'm showing these today. I'm showing them because I think it is fun to have a look. Quite often you will use one of these if you want to keep a room or maybe a place where you store things. You want to keep it all secure. You secure something. You put that thing behind a door that can't be opened. And quite often you will use one of these to add security to something. For example, Mr. Steve's shed. Did you see last week I was in the garden with Mr. Steve and we were outside Mr. Steve's shed. So Steve's shed in the garden at the back of my studio, that has lots of security to make sure no one can break in and steal his tools. Because it does happen, unfortunately. If you have a shed, if you have a place where you keep your tools and it's outside, quite often someone will come in the night and try to steal your tools. Not a good thing, really. Come on, Mr. Duncan, what is it? Please tell us. We want to know what it is. Okay, I will tell you. This is a common object quite often used if you want to secure something, to keep something safe and secure away from those horrible thieves. Ding! This is often referred to as a padlock. Padlock. Some people, of course, just refer to it as a lock. But more often it will be referred to as a padlock. So this is often used with another thing. Sometimes a thing that the padlock will go through and lock to it. It locks to something. And of course that is the reason why you have a key. You have a key to unlock the padlock. The padlock will lock. The key will unlock it. So quite often you will see these on the fronts of garages, sheds, places where things are stored and you want to keep them secure. This is a security device. It is a security device used to secure something. So if you notice here, I've put these two words in italics. The security is the thing that is done. Something secure means it is safe. It is in a safe place. The security will keep something secure. It will keep it safe. I will give you an example right now. Let me just show you this. And there it is. So there is a padlock and also a chain as well. So this particular padlock has been linked to a chain to make it extra safe. Normally you will put this on a gate, something that is open, but you want to secure it. You will put the chain around the fence or around the gate and then lock it using a padlock. So padlocks are often used to help keep something secure, to help keep something safe and secure. And that is today's little game called Guess the Item. What is it? And we will play it again next Sunday. We will do it again next Sunday. If you like it, we will do it again. If you don't like it, well, maybe I won't do it again. Maybe I won't do it ever again. We will see what happens anyway. If you like it, please let me know. If you don't like it, also please let me know as well on the live chat, and I will see what I can do. Maybe I can think of something else to entertain you with. I will try my best.
I'm a big boy now.
English Addict is with you. It's Sunday, and I hope you are having a good day.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are having fun today. I hope you are enjoying this particular Sunday on a special day because it is International Women's Day as well. Hello to all the women watching right now, and I have a feeling there are quite a few of you at the moment taking a well-deserved Sunday rest. We will, of course, later on be playing the other game that we like to play, which is Guess the Picture Idiom. That is coming up later on. Quite a few people have mentioned the object that I showed a few seconds ago. Let me just show it again to you. Just give me a moment. There it is. So this particular thing is being used in a very interesting way. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but sometimes if there is a bridge in a very romantic location, quite often people will attach a padlock to that particular thing. Quite often a bridge, a type of bridge going over a lovely scenic romantic place. In Paris there is one particular bridge where lots of these have been attached to the bridge, and quite often people will write love messages on them, maybe the name of their lover, or maybe both names of those in the relationship, and they will attach the padlock to the bridge as a way of symbolizing their love. But also I think it has a type of meaning that goes deep. So it is saying that as long as that padlock is there with our names on our relationship and our love will never end. So it is interesting that people use one of these as a symbol of love, and they will normally attach one of these to a bridge or maybe an area where there is a fence, and they will put a padlock as a symbol of love. Of course, you can also use padlocks in many places. Maybe if you have a locker, a place where you have to put your things securely. Maybe if you go swimming at the swimming pool, quite often there will be a padlock on your locker to make sure your clothes are kept safe. So that is another interesting use of the padlock. It is amazing how many things can be used in different ways. Ingles, hello Ingles. There is a bridge in Budapest where people do this. Yes, there was one in Paris, but I think they had to remove. They had to take the locks off the bridge because the bridge was becoming so heavy, and all of the locks that had been left attached to the bridge caused the bridge to start to sag. It became unsafe. So they had to take all of those lovely love locks away, unfortunately, which is sad when you think about it. It's not very nice, really. But there's not much you can do about it. As I mentioned earlier, I had some bad news last week. I discovered that someone has stolen my videos and put them onto TikTok. Lots of them. To say the least, I was a little annoyed about that. So someone has decided to also pretend to be me on TikTok. Now, I have just signed up to TikTok, and that's how I found out. So that is actually how I found out that someone was using all of my lessons and all of my work. However, it did inspire me to think of a subject for today's live stream. And the subject is originality. What is it? What does it mean if you do something that is original? So that is what we are going to go through for the next few minutes. It is a big subject, and it is one that lots of people talk about, especially when we are referring to stories or perhaps music as well. We often think of these things as being original. Originality refers to the instance of a unique moment or action, something that occurs that is unique. So something unique is something that is special. It is individual. It is something that has never been created, something that has never occurred before. A thing never done before. Perhaps a unique thought. A person might think of something that has never been thought of before. Or maybe an idea that manifests as a creation. To manifest something is to make it real. You bring it into reality. You make it real. So perhaps a thought or an idea that you have, maybe an idea for a story, perhaps an idea for an invention. It is your own unique idea. Maybe also we can talk about a creation made as art as well. A thing created from one's own thought and ideas will contain originality. For example, an original idea. The idea is original. It is unique. No one has ever thought of it before. In writing, originality refers to the creation of a story or the use of words in a sentence never created or done before. And that is why we refer to it as unique. That is why we say something original is unique. It is special. There is nothing else like it. A story or a poem composed by an individual is original. Something that came from your brain that you have created. Maybe you have written it down, and you can say that that is your own work. It is original. It is something you came up with yourself. Your own thought, your own idea. It expresses something with originality. To express originality means you are doing something that is unique. It has never been done before. A joke that has never been told before is fresh and new. It has originality in the way it was thought up. Originality quite often comes from here. It is your imagination, the things you create. It is not as easy as it sounds. An ability to think independently with creativity is often referred to as originality. An independent mind with its own original ideas. We might describe a person who has their own unique points of view, or maybe their own thoughts on the world around them. We can say that their ideas or their thoughts are original. They have never been said before. We can describe originality as ingenuity, creativity, inventiveness. A person has an ability to create something. Inventiveness, cleverness. It doesn't sound like a real word, but it is cleverness. A person has a certain ability to create something. They have a certain skill that puts them away from other people. We can also describe it as individual thought. Individual thought refers to something unique that a person has thought. Something unique that a person has thought of. The opposite of original is unoriginal. Something unoriginal has been done before, and quite often much better. A person might take another person's idea and create their own thing from that. Quite often, we will refer to that as being unoriginal. Unoriginal can be described as old hat, something that has been done many times before. It is not an original thing, a thought, an idea. We can say that something is stale, old. It has been done many times. Something unoriginal might be seen as out of date, or more accurately, done before. Something that has been done before. A person has tried to do it again. Something created as an original, but is in fact a copy made by another person. The style is the same, but it is not genuine. So someone might draw a picture or paint a picture. They copy what another person has done. And that means it is not original. They have copied that thing. The style is the same. Maybe the image is different, but the style is the same. To write something that was created by another person and call it your own work is described as plagiarism. And this is something that happens quite a lot in literature. A person will write a story, but then maybe another person will notice that that story is very similar to something they created. So they will accuse that person of plagiarism. And over the years, many authors have taken action against another author for plagiarism. You create something, but it is not your own work. You have taken another person's work and made it appear as if it's yours. One of the big problems nowadays, of course, especially with things such as AI, because of artificial intelligence, a lot of people now are using AI systems to write stories or compose essays. And we can also describe that as plagiarism as well. So plagiarism does take place a lot using AI. A person's original idea is often referred to as intellectual property. So if you think of something, if you write a story that is unique and original, and it came from your brain, your imagination, you created it yourself, we can describe it as your intellectual property. It is often referred to as IP, intellectual property, something a person created themselves. It is their unique work. The creator of an original idea will often be described as the copyright holder, the person who owns something, the person who created that thing. They can use it. They can copy it if they want, because they are the person who created it. Quite often you will see this particular symbol. A letter C will often be next to a name or a brand, and that is because that particular thing is unique. It is a unique thing. The person who created it is often described as the copyright holder. For example, all of the videos that I have made on here on YouTube over 20 years, I have the copyright of those particular videos. Even though someone has decided to steal my videos and use them as their own, which is rather annoying to say the least. I hope that was useful. We were talking about originality. I'm sure a lot of you out there are very creative. I know some of you enjoy painting, drawing, creating something, writing as well. I know I have at least two writers who watch my live streams. You know who you are. I have a lot of clever people watching me, to be honest. A lot of very smart cookies watching me. As I mentioned at the start of today's live stream, spring is definitely in the air. It really does feel as if spring is on its way, and it is. And I can't wait to get out and about and enjoy some of this lovely spring weather. It is always a time of year when people become excited because they can't wait for the lovely warm days, and they are on their way. They are coming very soon. In a few moments from now, I am going to challenge you with a mystery picture idiom. All of that coming up in a few moments from now. And then I will go. But don't worry, I will be back next Sunday. Every Sunday I am with you from 2 p.m. UK time. Don't forget also this year we have the big rendezvous taking place. We will be meeting up together in London this year on the 31st of May. So if you would like to meet up on the 31st of May, I will put it on the screen now. There it is. If you would like to meet up in London on the 31st of May 2026, we are all going to get together and meet up in London. And if you get the chance to do it, I hope you will join us as well. Talking of rendezvous, last year we had a wonderful rendezvous which took place in Paris. So that was last year's English Addict Rendezvous. And this year we are going to be in London, and I hope to see you then. I really do hope you will be with us in London on the 31st of May. English Addict will be in the capital city of the UK. Now, we are going to do something different. We are going to move on to the game that I started playing almost 1 month ago. And a lot of people said, Mr. Duncan, we really do like the game. We like it a lot, in fact. It is time to play Guess the Picture Idiom. Here we go then, the picture idiom. I'm going to show you some pictures, and they all relate to certain idioms and expressions in the English language. Are you ready to play? Just give your answers on the live chat, and it doesn't matter how many times you try, you can do it as many times as you want. Here we go then. Here is today's first picture idiom. Now, I think this might be a hard one. Sometimes when I'm creating my picture idioms, I'm not sure if they are too hard or not. But here it is anyway. Here is today's first picture idiom. Okay. This is a well-known expression in English. Perhaps if you try something that is risky or dangerous, quite often something you are going to try to do, sometimes in business, sometimes if you have to give money to someone. This is an expression that we use when things go wrong. Sometimes when you try something, it might seem like a good idea at the time. Maybe you invest some money, you put some money into a business, you give money to someone, and they promise that you will make more money from it. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. And sometimes we will use this particular phrase to mean to be damaged by something you have done, something you tried to do. Maybe you trusted another person with your money. Perhaps you gave some money to a friend and they promised to give it you back, but then they don't. We can say that, well, you say this. You might notice that certain parts of this picture have been affected, but one part of the picture has not. And that is a clue. So that particular thing there is a clue. Just say what you see. What you see, if you see the answer, please let me know. So I have given you the definition. Thank you, Inaki. Thank you, Beatriz, Ingles, the Bisio, the Bisico. Thank you. Vitas. Oh, hello, Vitas. I didn't see you today. I didn't notice you. Hello, Vitas. It is nice to see you here as well. And we also have answers from Paco as well. Thank you, Paco. But what is it? What is this mystery idiom? I will give you the answer in a moment. But of course, I will give you another few moments to put your answer on the screen if you have it, if you have one. Saturino. That's a very good guess. Unfortunately, it is not the one for this particular picture idiom. But that is a very good expression, to play with fire. Very good. I like that one. But this has a more direct meaning. Very direct. I will give you the answer then. Are you ready? Here is the answer coming up on today's first picture idiom. The answer is... get your fingers burnt. The result of doing something dangerous or something risky. Suffer harm or damage from doing something. Harm caused by a rash action. When we describe something as rash, it means hurried, something you are doing quickly without thinking. You are doing something without using your common sense. Common sense is a great phrase. To suffer harm or damage from doing something. You get your fingers burnt. To get your fingers burnt, perhaps you invest some money and you lose all your money. You do it without thinking because you are so excited, because you want to make more money. Unfortunately, you don't. And you can say that you got your fingers burnt. You tried to do something. You didn't think clearly about what it was you were doing. And because of that, you got your fingers burnt. To get your fingers burnt. We often use this, by the way, in British English. So this is a very common expression that we use in British English. To get your fingers burnt. So that is today's first mystery idiom. Here is another one. I will give you another one. I think we have time for maybe two more. Here is the next picture idiom, everyone. Oh, okay then. Now this is a quite complicated one. But it is actually a very simple idiom. So this is a very simple idiom. Just say what you see. You can see a person. But what are they doing? What are they doing? If you are going to put lots of effort and enthusiasm into doing something, we will often use this expression. It is an expression that you will use if you are putting lots of effort, energy, or enthusiasm into something. You want to put all of your energy. I want to put all of my enthusiasm into that particular thing. We will use this expression. But I wonder if anyone will get this right. Again, I think maybe today some of these mystery idioms are a little difficult. So all you have to do is say what you see. What do you see here? Follow. Follow the picture. What is this lady doing? And the expression means to put lots of enthusiasm or effort into something, to do something with lots of enthusiasm. Lewis, very interesting guess. Very interesting guess. On this occasion, it's not correct. Vitas. Again, another good guess. Choose your path. But this lady is going to a particular place. What would you describe this as? And what is she doing? The lady is doing something, and this is where she is going towards. I thought this was an easy one, but now I'm thinking maybe it was too difficult. It doesn't matter, because I will give you the answer anyway. The answer is coming up any second now. Here we go. It is a well-known expression. A person who wants to do something with lots of enthusiasm. They want to let themselves go and do it with lots of enthusiasm. The answer is... Mr. Duncan. You are very naughty. You go to town. Go to town. It is an idiom we use in English. We use it quite often when we are expressing the action of doing something with a lot of energy to make it as good as possible. It also might cost a lot of money. So if you put a lot of money into doing something, if you do it with enthusiasm, we can say that you go to town. You go to town. I have decided to take up what? Cycling. I have decided to take up cycling. I'm going to buy a new bike. I'm going to buy lots of clothing and a big helmet to keep my brain safe from injury. I'm going to spend a lot of money on my new hobby, which is cycling. I'm going to go to town with everything. To do something with a lot of energy to make it as good as possible. It might also cost a lot of money as well. You go to town. You do something with a lot of enthusiasm. Lewis also says, Mr. Duncan, what about paint the town red? That is slightly different. So that is a very different expression. If you paint the town red, it normally means you are going to have a good time. You are going to have a wild, exciting time, normally whilst visiting a certain place, normally a bar or a disco. You go out and you paint the town red. So that is a very different expression. So this one, you go to town. You go to town with something. You go to town on something. You do something with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. I think we are coming towards the end of today's live stream, unfortunately. I don't think I have time for any more. I'm going out for a walk in a minute. I'm going to take a walk down the lane because there are some new cows down the lane. So if I walk away from my house for a few minutes, there is a lovely road that takes us down to a field. And in the field at the moment, there are lots and lots of lovely cows. They only arrived yesterday. Unfortunately, there is nothing at the back of my house at the moment. There are no cows and no sheep at the back of my house at the moment, which is a shame when you think about it. Anyway, thank you very much for your company today. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream, and I hope you will join me next week. Yes, I am back next week. Next Sunday, 2 p.m. UK time is when I'm back with you. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all the ladies, all the women, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your special day, International Women's Day 2026. I hope you have a good time. If you like this, please give me a lovely like. All of these likes are valuable. They are almost like gold. Honestly, I'm not joking. They are valuable. So give me a thumbs up. And of course, if you want to subscribe, feel free to subscribe as well and follow all of my lessons and of course my live streams as well. Thank you very much for your company. I hope you've enjoyed today's live chat, and I will see you next Sunday for more of the same. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of the English language, saying thank you for watching, see you later, and of course, until the next time we meet, you know what's coming next. Stay happy, stay safe, keep that smile upon your face as you walk amongst the human race. And of course, I am going now. I'm ever so sorry about that. Ta-ta for now. See you next Sunday.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun. Say goodbye to Duncan and all the lovely words and phrases of the English language. Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat and discover all the words and phrases of the English language. Learn together and have fun. Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat.